You know that feeling, right? You check into a hotel, open the door to your room, and just, wow, everything is perfect. It's spotless. Well, behind that experience is the single most important department in any hotel. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that unseen engine that really drives everything, the housekeeping department. And trust me, you're going to be surprised by what we find. So to really get why this is so critical, let's start with a question that every single hotel manager is obsessed with. What is the one thing, more than anything else, that will make a guest decide, I'm never staying here again? Is it the price? Bad service at the front desk? A lumpy mattress, maybe? Well, the answer couldn't be clearer, and it's not even close. Study after study shows the number one deal breaker is a lack of cleanliness. It trumps everything else. And that one simple fact is why the housekeeping department isn't just a service. It's the absolute foundation of a hotel's reputation and, honestly, its ability to make money. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to peel back all the layers. First, we'll talk about why it's called the heart of the house. Then we'll meet the person in charge, the ultimate hotel manager. We'll break down the whole team, this army of specialists. Then we get into all the hidden duties, the stuff you never see. And finally, we'll look at the actual science that makes it all tick. Okay, first up, the heart of the house. And look, that's not just some cute, fluffy nickname. It's an operational reality. Think about it. Housekeeping is responsible for the most visible, most immediate signal of quality to every single guest that walks in the door. And their responsibilities go way, way beyond what you might think. I mean, sure, the main job is cleanliness. Guest rooms, loggies, back offices, you name it. And of course, managing that never-ending cycle of clean sheets and towels. But here's something you've probably never thought about. They're also the hotel's first line of security, just because they're everywhere all the time. They see everything. So who leads this massive, crucial department? Well, you can forget the idea of a simple supervisor with a clipboard. We're talking about a top-level executive, the executive housekeeper, and their job is just immense. To give you a sense of the scale here, just think about this. The executive housekeeper manages the single largest department in the entire hotel, based on the number of employees. No other department even comes close. And, when you have the biggest team, you also have the biggest payroll. This one manager is responsible for a massive chunk of the hotel's entire operating budget. That's a huge financial responsibility. And it doesn't stop with people and money. They also oversee the largest inventory in the building. We're talking about thousands of sheets and towels, to all the cleaning chemicals and those little bottles of shampoo. It's a gigantic logistical operation.
So how in the world do they manage all that? What's the secret sauce? It all boils down to one word: planning. Without obsessive, meticulous planning of staff, budgets, time, and supplies, every day would be a complete crisis. Good planning is what separates a smoothly run hotel from pure chaos.
Now, this huge department isn't just a bunch of people all doing the same thing. Not at all. It's a highly organized team. You can think of it like an army of specialists, where every single person has a very distinct and vital role. The role we're all most familiar with, of course, is the guest room attendant. These folks are the cleaning specialists right on the front lines. And honestly, the success of the entire hotel rests on their shoulders and their incredible attention to detail. But they are not working in a vacuum. They have a whole support crew known as housepersons. These are the people doing the heavy lifting, keeping the lobbies and public areas perfect, moving furniture around, and this is so important, making sure the guest room attendants are constantly stocked with all the clean linens and supplies they need. And as hotels get bigger, the structure gets even more specialized. You'll start to see assistant housekeeping managers, or AHMs, and each one has their own domain. One might be in charge of all the guest rooms on floors 1 through 10, another handles all the public spaces, and a third might run the entire laundry operation. It's a real hierarchy of experts. So, like we hinted at before, this job is about so much more than wiping things down. Let's dive into that hidden world of duties that you, as a guest, would probably never notice but are absolutely essential for the hotel to even function. This brings us to a really critical job: managing information. Every single morning, the housekeeping team physically checks every single room to build their status report. Is it actually vacant, occupied, clean, dirty? At the exact same time, the front desk has its own computer-generated report. These two reports have to match up perfectly. Because what happens if they don't match?
That's called a room status discrepancy, and it is a hotel manager's nightmare. If housekeeping knows a room is clean and ready, but the front desk system says it's occupied, they can't sell it. That's just lost money. That communication link is literally the financial lifeblood of the hotel.
And the list of these hidden jobs just goes on and on. They manage the entire lost and found system, typically holding on to your lost items for about 90 days. They're the eyes and ears for the maintenance team reporting any room damage. They're the ones clearing room service trays out of the hallways. They even manage all the uniforms for the entire hotel staff. It's incredible.
So we've seen what they do. Now let's talk about the amazing mix of skills it takes to pull all this off. This is not just manual labor. There's a real science of service behind it all.
A really great housekeeping manager has to be a master of 3 totally different things. First, they need serious technical skills. They have to understand chemicals, fabrics, cleaning methods. Second, they need sharp administrative skills for all that budgeting, scheduling, and inventory control. And maybe most important of all, they need amazing motivational skills to lead a big team doing very physically demanding and often thankless work. To see how that administrative skill plays out, let's make it super real. We're going to walk through a simple but absolutely critical piece of math that happens every single morning. Here's the science in action. Step 1. The manager checks the forecast. Let's say 160 rooms are going to need cleaning today. Step 2. They know their standard. Each attendant can clean 16 rooms per shift. So step 3 is just simple math. 160 divided by 16. That means they need to schedule exactly 10 guest room attendants for the day. That one calculation is the core of their entire daily plan.
So at the end of the day, that feeling you get when you walk into a perfectly prepared hotel room, it is not an accident. It's the end result of a highly complex system of people, of meticulous planning, and of scientific precision, all running like a Swiss watch right behind the scenes. Which really just leaves us with one last thought. The next time you open that hotel room door and you see the perfect bed, the gleaming bathroom, those neat little vacuum lines on the carpet, what are you going to see differently? Will you just see a clean room, or will you see the unseen engine that made it all possible?